Una le leqheku ko Natala kwa le re ba re ke Zuma le re le batla unity le ba rena reunite le Zuma.
Evening guys, good evening once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. So before I enter into this, guys, I'd like to say thank you very much. I appreciate the support that you're showing my channel. And going back to the reason for this video, so today Julius Malema was addressing the fighters in Free State. There are two things that he said there that stood out for me, except for the criticism that everybody's doing of President Ramaphosa and his team in the US. He also touched on that one. But the two things that stood out for me is of Magashule when he said he doesn't want unity. If you wanted unity, you wouldn't have formed the quote-unquote spaza shop political party, and he said he will never unite with MK because MK exists to destroy the EFF. And I was looking at this, I was like, oh, okay, the gloves are off now as we move closely and closely to 2026 for the local government elections. And there's a certain move that I've noticed between the ANC and the EFF. Let me include COSATU as well, and that union of Zolenzima as well. You know, the way they speak is like there's a coordinated effort. You know, it's politics. I'm not taking anybody's side, please. I'm not taking anybody's side, but I was observing that there seems to be a coordinated something against the image of former President Jacob Zuma with the aim of reducing the numbers of MK. Because politics are a game of numbers. Please share your own views in the comment section. I don't know what's going on. I'm just a voter who's just watching from a distance things as they unfold. But we'll be there, no maganjani, to share the things as we saw them. I'm not going to be coming back with my closing commentary. I'm just going to leave it to you guys to watch and listen. I'll be seeing you in my next upload. Do have yourself a beautiful night.
And it only took Donald Trump to remind all of you that this is not a small organization. It was Donald Trump who said to Cyril Ramaphosa, you can't say this is a small organization because it is the only organization in South Africa that filled up FNB Stadium. And he said he never saw an empty seat. There were 100,000 people and more at the FNB Stadium. Why would you say yourself as a fighter and a ground force that your organization is a dying organization when the White House says this is the biggest organization in Africa and in South Africa? Comrades, they went to White House to complain about you, that you want your land, that you want jobs, that you want the banks and the mines to be returned into the hands of rightful owners. Batama bo Cyril ba officing ya principala o kare ke ma teachere a tshwere bana ba banyane a re ko bona people are dying in South Africa. Ramaphosa could not defend South Africa. The whole president of South Africa ia ko America and say in America there is a crime in South Africa. Yes, we know that, but why do you say it in America? Because if you say it in America, they will no longer come to South Africa as tourists. Ramaphosa has killed the tourism of South Africa when he declared crime at the White House. Comrades, it doesn't matter who we are. When we go outside South Africa, especially in front of imperialism, we must close ranks. That Rupert goes and speak bad about his TA in White House in an attempt to impress his masters. We don't like John, we don't like TA, but don't speak bad about them to Trump. Come and speak bad about them here to us in our own country. When we are outside the country, we must close ranks.
No, I've not done that. I have no duty to do that. I have no relationship with them like that. So, but I will raise it in Parliament. When the President comes for questions, we'll sharply raise this matter, and I will sharply raise the matter where he failed to defend the struggle and the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa.
Diplomatically, don't you feel as if the President was on the right footing not to engage President Trump and to present facts to him, because that wouldn't have changed the thinking of the US President?
So to engage in a diplomatic engagement which doesn't present the facts is falsehood. It's not diplomacy. Diplomacy, you say, with due respect, Mr. President, so many people are being killed in South Africa, and of this number, so many are blacks, so many are white. Majority of people being killed are black, and you do that in the best way you can. Ramaphosa can do that. He's got the temperament to can do that. I can do that. I can't do that. I'm going to be very aggressive, and that means in one way. So Ramaphosa should have presented the facts. Look, he goes to Oval Office 2 days or a day after they released the crime stats, which means Ramaphosa was sitting there knowing the crime stats in South Africa. He still doesn't say, but this is not a true reflection. And then, what kind of diplomacy? Some kind is this one where you are shown a picture of another country and they say it's your country, and you are saying, no, if I clarify, it's going to be offensive diplomatically. Those are facts. Diplomacy never meant that. The truth must not be told, facts must not be put on the table.
Let's go Maka, Kebo Ace Magashule, Barbabata unity of black people. Magashule abata unity of black people. Why are formulas Spaza Shop says I as a joiner EFF that existed before he formed the Spaza Shop? Unalele khegu kona tala kwa le re bare ke Zuma le re batla unity le ba rena reunite le Zuma. We will never unite with Zuma, who wants to kill the EFF. Will never unite with MK that exists to destroy the EFF. We are not friends to the enemies of the EFF. Whether Trump says the same thing about the two of us, we don't care. We must never be tempted to unite with the agents who want to destroy the EFF. If Zuma batla unity of black people, why did he form MK when there was EFF? Because how from a party you are already dividing people. You must join the existing organization that pursues the same agenda, which is the EFF. There is no unity they are talking about. They are pretentious about it. Zuma is about himself and about his family. That's why he went to form that Spaza Shop. Today, Kopi is complaining about Paris. I told me today. Isali tomile kanakwa Ace Magashule khale ankading to adisa ko Paris. Today, Urutlo contest more what 16. A contest of young because he's the one who brought people from Paris to come and work a year